With the dog days of summer behind us, the grueling wait for the highly anticipated moment is over. Opening day of Iowa's bow season has arrived. Traditionally, this is a great time to play it safe, sticking to the fringes of a target buck's range or knocking the rust off by filling doe tags. Jared Mills sticks to this script and heads to a nearby permission farm overlooking a proven location.
Alright, here we go. It's October 1st. Connor and I are all set up. It feels good to be back in a tree stand. This morning's mission was just a doe mission. I came to a property where I don't have any bucks I'm targeting, just trying to help out the management and kill some does. So we actually brought in 2 stands and did a little hanging hunt. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get at least 1 doe down before the hunt's over this morning. But it certainly feels good to be in a tree. The weather's great. Mid-40s this morning. Can't ask for much better to start the season.
Despite the good deer movement, no does make their way into bow range, and Jared's first hunt of the season ends without an opportunity. 160 miles to the southwest in southern Iowa, my season has started unexpectedly since setting the new stand for the Velvet Giant. A few days prior, I was attending to my to-do list for Lee Abraham that allowed me permission to hunt the farm the Velvet Buck calls home. The goal for the day is to find GQ, the giant buck that Lee will be hunting when his vacation kicks in later this month. In the process of moving the cutty-back cameras to their fall locations and refreshing a mock scrape, my morning takes a turn. Rushing and not paying attention leads to my Hoyman saw slicing open my knuckle, resulting in a quick trip to the ER, a few stitches, and a hand that made drawing a bow a difficult task. Despite this, I finish out the project, and now it's a waiting game for GQ to reappear. Back to opening day, myself and team member Caleb Griner make our move, throwing in all the chips hoping to cash in on the major cold front currently rolling through Iowa. Caleb and I are heading in after this big deer with the Velvet. It is a crazy situation, but we're going to try and take full advantage of it. You know, we have had pictures of this deer for the last 15, 16 days. And last night, he was in the food plot again, working that scrape. I hung a stand on last Sunday. That was a day that it came in. It was raining. It hung a double. High pressure, northwest wind, temperatures dropping. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better recipe. So I'm nervous. I mean, I won't lie to you. I've never felt like this on October 1st. You're normally excited, but very rarely do you have the chance to go in and kill a really big deer, and even a really big deer is still in full velvet. So we're just pulling up to the spot. We're gonna park, get ready, and man, I'm very excited to get in. And hopefully, by the time we leave, we got a tag punch on opening day. Alright guys, here we go, October 1st. Caleb and I are set up in the tree. We're overlooking the brow plot. This is the Frigid Forge Big and Beastie plot that we've been getting that big deer that's in velvet on the scrape, which is at 25 yards away from the stand. But last night we got him in daylight, 7 o'clock. Exact same conditions, the only difference is that we have higher pressure today. So I don't know, man. It's gone as good as you could possibly hope. All the conditions are there. Now we just need him to do the same thing. We've seen 4 deer already, 2 small bucks and 2 does. None of them spooked. Our wind is blowing right back on this ridge, and the only risk we had right now was that if he was bedded there, but our theory is that he's bedded to our northeast over this way. And it's like I said, beautiful night, conditions are there. Hopefully he gives us an opportunity we can execute, but it feels good to be back in the stand. Never had this much excitement on opening day, and it's good to be in the stand with one of my best friends, and hopefully we can keep adding to the memory bank. So food plot looks great, conditions are great. Hopefully we can build a great memory tonight.
Nebraska plot loads up with deer, and so far our wind holds true. 190 miles to the northeast, Mike Reed is preparing to head to the stand, also hoping to take advantage of the great conditions.
Well, it is Thursday, October 1st, opening day here in Iowa for the statewide archery season, and it is a beautiful afternoon. We are set up in this cherry tree plot. The stand that I hung in the cherry tree in the fence line is set up better for a west-southwest wind. And so with this northwest, we came across the plot after work today and hung this set in this walnut tree. We're up on the hilltop, so we shouldn't have too much swirling. The fence crossing is where I have the camera and that scrape. And we've had this Big 10 with the kickers on the G2. Got kind of a turkey foot on that right G2. He's been in this plot 19th, 20th, 21st or so, around 6:30. With this cold front pushing through, it's a good night to catch them on their feet. So I don't think I'll shoot a doe tonight since it's Thursday night and I got to get to work pretty early in the morning. Like I said, these conditions are really good for some potential early buck movement. So I wanted to get in the tree. I have plenty of good bucks coming on this plot, and it's pretty exciting to be in the stands.
Don't ask me, I'm honored. I'm so sorry. Nice shot. That was a hard shot right there. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm so sorry about that shot. The first shot. I don't know what happened. But my second, he's dead. He didn't suffer, he's dead. The second shot was good. And he's on the ground. Full velvet. Full velvet. That is a dream. That is a dream. Do you see it? Josh, the footage is unreal. Nice job, dude. I'm serious. Oh, Caleb. Josh, what did we just do? Yes. Oh my dude, that dude's a freak. That dude's a freak. He's a giant. Dude, he's in full velvet. Yes. I'm not chasing November this year. Oh my God.
I just shot a velvet deer in Iowa on opening day, and I had to review that footage. And I know, regardless, I wish it wouldn't have happened, but he did duck a substantial amount. I got a second arrow in him right away, a heart shot. He's dead. We'll show you when we get down there. I cannot thank the landowner enough for the opportunity to even come hunt this deer, let alone to help with these farms. And man, it's always been a dream to kill a buck down in southern Iowa like this. And when Caleb goes, it's him, and I'm like, that's not him, I see a smaller buck. And he goes, don't you doubt me. I'm like, okay, I got it. And he was gonna come to the scrape. He didn't. He was with that good 3-year-old, and he went on the other side of the tree, about 5 yards from that other stand. And he's dead in the fringe of, he's dead in the big and beastie, man. I don't deserve this, but man, I'm really happy I got him. We're gonna get down, we got a little bit of light. We're gonna go take a look at this thing, man. I don't even want to touch him because I don't want to damage the velvet, but we gotta go. Iowa, man. I love my team, I love my friends. That's awesome, man.
The only thing you said wrong there is that you definitely deserve that deer, dude.
Here's that second shot. Right through everything. Oh my gosh.
Pick him up, buddy.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
You've got to. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that is incredible. Well, here it is, October 1st. We just got up to this deer, guys, and we're losing light fast, but this is my biggest buck to date, and to have him be in full velvet is just the craziest thing I never even imagined that being a possibility. I've been stressing out all week on trying to make a plan for this guy and decide what to do exactly. And once we saw that cold front was coming through on the opener, you know, a week ago, it became a mad dash to come up with a good plan. And you know, I kept going back and forth whether to push, whether to get aggressive. And when I saw that rain on Sunday, you know, I snuck over here and we hung that double set in the rain, and it paid off. I can't begin to explain how thankful I am
to have friends like I do. Caleb drove 3 hours to come down here and film me. To have a boss like I do that allowed me to come even manage and / hunt a farm of this caliber. And to hunt a deer like this is just a dream come true. It's a blessing. I really don't know what to say. I said it in a tree. You know, to have something like this is just incredible. It's why you do it. And I guess I'm happy to say I won't be chasing November this year. I'll just be editing it again. So, what a night. Couldn't ask for anything better.
The great conditions on October 1st found the entire team in the field. Jared switched things up and sat on his and Mike Reed's Eastern Iowa River Farm, hoping to encounter Marina. The ghost never shows, and despite the lack of action, the stage is set for hopefully another stellar year. Max Mongrello and Grant Noble, now full-time employees at Midwest Whitetail, choose to sit on a permission farm, and the action doesn't disappoint. Right away, Max has to decide whether or not to pull the trigger when a good buck steps out working the scrape line.
Did you see that deer?
With no targets showing daylight activity, Drake Lamb set out to shoot a doe, but ended the evening celebrating with Caleb and myself, capping off an opening day that will forever be remembered.
You killed him.
4 days later, back in Eastern Iowa, Mike Reed is gearing up for an afternoon sit on his home farm.
It's about 4:30 on Monday, October 5th. And Chase and I are set up for the afternoon hunt here on my home farm. We're set up on the small Big and Beastie plot. This is where we cleaned up all that derecho damage. It broke a bunch of the trees off on this hilltop. We've moved down. I've hunted that cherry tree plot a few times, and Turkeyfoot 10 has not showed up over there. After we shot that doe last night, I pulled the card out of the camera that's on the cherry tree plot, and he was daylight in the afternoons on September 28th, 29th, and 30th. And then he hasn't been back since then. We hunted there October 1st and 4th. And he's bedding, somewhere in these draws. There's a few different draws for him to choose from, and a few different food plots for him to choose from. So there's no doubt that we have a chance that he could show up here. Just a couple hundred yards away last night at 7:05, he was on that camera. And that drop time buck I'm calling Ali, he also has been active right around 7 p.m. on those two cameras. So after the hunt, I'm going to pull these cars and just see what's on them. But I need to get my CuddyLink cell system set up. I'm not going to shoot a doe tonight, or at least I don't have intentions to. If one starts blowing, you never know. But we'll see if one of these bucks won't show up and get our hands on an early season giant.
The evening's action starts fast as Mike watches a great up-and-comer. Vigilantly, he remains on the edge of his seat waiting for one of the targets to appear. 95 miles to the southwest, Grant Noble is also on stand, choosing to hunt his and Max Mongrello's small permission farm.
6:06, not very long after I did that last interview. And Bradley looks up. He says, "Big buck." And we look across the tree line, or on the other side of the field on the tree line. There's a really solid deer. It's a deer that we don't have any pictures of that I can tell. And he walked all the way down this tree line right here and made a scrape right across from us. It was pretty cool. But hopefully he pops back out, because I'd love to get some more footage of him. Hopefully we got some trail cam pictures too, so it's a good start to the night. It's still a little early, so we still got some daylight left.
He's making his way over. Oh my gosh, he is. Is he gonna make it before dark?
The beautiful 10-pointer closes the gap, but not close enough for Grant to get a shot. Back with Mike Reed, his Brasco plot is full of deer.
We're down to our last 20 minutes. It's been a really great set. We had that young 3-year-old wide 9 that we actually filmed in velvet. I'll probably get out another day or two this week. Either hunt here or on my urban, try to get some urban does down, but I should be able to get out a couple more days this week depending on how work goes, so we'll see you guys then.
The opening chapter of the 2020 season continues to write itself in remarkable fashion. I wasn't the only one celebrating on opening day. In Central Illinois, Kane Gillette and his daughter Emma share a memory that will be etched into their minds forever. Emma's first deer.
Emma, you smoked her! Oh my gosh, watch her! Watch her! Emma, you smoked her! Oh my gosh!
Like I said, I can't say enough. Tonight couldn't have gone any better, and I'm super proud of Emma. I'm glad Sarah was here with us. 3 generations of Gillette hunters. My dad's here holding the light right now. You can't see him. But then myself, and now Emma, a certified hunter. So, and then this guy's next.
Yeah.
So.
And then Blake.
Yeah, we don't know about that one. So.
We don't.
He's down. Thank you so much.
I think you tell him thank you too. Just told me thank you. I want to say
Thank you, ma'am.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it so much, seriously.
And he's betting, somewhere in these draws. There's a few different draws for him to choose from and a few different food plots for him to choose from. So there's no doubt that we have a chance that he could show up here.
It feels good to have Iowa's bow season open again. It's been a long time coming.
Alrighty, October 1st. I'm pumped to be back in a tree for the first set of 2020.
Mike Reed has experienced great action thus far, hunting his early season green plots. Now, the challenge is to put together the pieces on one of the 2 giants roaming the home farm. Grant Noble's observation sit on the large soybean field proves productive, adding another target for him and Max Magrillo to focus their efforts on when hunting time presents itself. Drake Lamb continues to play it safe and exclusively hunts does. Historical data shows that as the calendar pages flip, his permission farms increase in buck activity. Anxiously he waits, monitoring his cuttybacks for a shooter to appear. With 2 main targets in Marino in the Big Ten, Jared Mills is still waiting for the right moment to take a shot. Neither have been consistent on camera, but with good weather ahead, his hopes are high for an encounter. Only a few days into what is shaping up to be a banner season, history tells us to hold off on getting too excited. The cooler temperatures and great buck action has given us the feeling of crisp rut mornings, and rightfully so. But we are only at the beginning of this race. This is October, nearly a full month away from the main event. Settling into our pace, we look ahead to tomorrow, enjoying each hunt as we near closer to when we will be chasing November.